Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cheryl, and this is Bluegrass Dreams to Seams. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad you want to spend a little time with me. I'm very, very excited about sharing with you what I have been doing since January 1st. But a little bit of backstory really quickly. I went down to Tuscan Rose in Paducah to purchase a silk scarf. Now they're pretty wide, fairly long, and one side is multicolors, and the other side will be more of a solid, like this is golden red. And she had taken her scarf and made a very simple self-drafted top, which I thought, for a self-drafted pattern, surely I could handle that. Very simple, squares and rectangles. So when I put it on and was looking at it, just the fronts and backs were together, the neckline was finished, I just said, if you were going for a poncho, this would be spot on. But I wasn't going for poncho, so therefore I was disappointed. I didn't know exactly what to do to it. I just put everything away. But in the meantime, Diane Ericson had posted her blog, and in there she talks about Gayle Ortiz, who is also on Instagram. I looked her up and tried to get some more details about what she did, but it looks like to me what she's done, she probably took a cashmere sweater. She might have had a couple of cashmere sweaters. I'm not real sure, but it looks like they were cut apart and sewn together. She had dyed them various shades of green. Now, not anything real dark, but kind of medium to light shades of green. It's very, very pretty, and I think she just made the vest. It made me think of this fabric, and I said, you know what? That's it. I'm going to make the FaultLines jacket by Diane Ericson out of that scarf. Now this is the pattern, and this is the jacket, this is the undershirt, and this is the vest. Now I had cut this scarf already, but I knew out of the larger pieces I could get the two fronts. There are two pieces to the back, and I could get that collar. I knew I could do that. Getting the sleeve, especially that widest part, might have to do a little bit of piecing, but that's okay. I'll just do that, which is what I had to do. It's about that much. I had to go down so far just to capture that widest part. It's already lined. I didn't want to line it some more. Didn't want to cover up the red and the gold. So I had to come up with another option as how I would finish my seams, and I just didn't simply want serged or turned under seams. Well, about a year ago, I had bought a sari silk jelly roll. Now, the reason I bought it was because I thought it was pretty. Why buy anything? It's pretty, Yeah, that's why I bought that piece of fabric. That's why I bought that skein of yarn. That's why I bought this sari silk. Well, I decided, you know what? The pink on the outside of that roll would look good with this. So that's what I did. I took the jelly roll and I cut it apart. Now, that particular roll, all of them were pretty uniform in size like that. So they're all cut apart. They're on here. I've used pretty much all that pink. There's a few pieces left, not much. But I had to go back and buy another one. So basically, what I've done here is I take that strip and I get me a cutting line kind of pressed in. I will cut this in half following that folded line. Very carefully, just cut that. Now, I know quilters are very good with their rotary wheels and rulers, and they could cut that in half and it'd be perfect. But Cheryl would slip, and I'm just better with a pair of scissors. So give me scissors any day. I'm going to help with those scissors. Now, once I cut this, I have a width like that. Now, you just pretend that this is a single layer, because I would not use 2 layers. I would be using just half. So you can see that's pretty thin right there. So I fold that in half where I've got my raw edges all together. the raw, and I press it, and then I take my raw edges. I sew this at 3/8, so I'm within the seam allowance. And when I fold it over, I have a nice folded edge to follow to guide my stitching. So this is already stitched together, holding these two together. You can see all those lines of stitching, red and white. And also with this jacket, you can cut it vertically or horizontally with the grain. I finished the shoulder seams, the sleeve edges, like that. Width in the front as well, because the way I chose to do it. I did some facings in my front. Since I had to interface it, I went ahead and cut facings as well. So also on this side I did facings. Now seam lines. This front piece is a little longer than this back. So this is where it gets its name, fault lines. You start seeing all these lines of interest. In the back, you've got your vent right there. One is a little shorter than the other. And on this side, this is my favorite side because I was able to extend that silk down to the end. And then I had enough left over to create like a little tag in the seam line. I just folded that all raw edges in and made like a little tag. The sleeves. You see how this reminds me of a lobster claw. One side's bigger than the other. That's what that reminds me of. This short side is sewn first and turned. Then you're taking a square from this side, this longer side, and matching it, and it's actually in this corner right here. Well, when you do that, if you follow exactly what she said, took that seam up and matched those little squares, my seam line, or where my seam was going to be, from top to corner, was there. And then when I finished that and turned it, I had this nice lined cuff. You can run a scarf through this tube. She tells you that. So I think I'm actually going to buy me one. Over doing a closure. I was thinking about doing a closure down here, but now I'm thinking about just getting a scarf. Hey, I just got finished editing my video, but I decided I'm going to go back and put in a little comment before you watch the second part that I have had trouble today with my voice. It's been very strained and having trouble actually talking very loud. So turn your volume up. Okay, everybody, I'm going to talk a little bit about the undershirt, not a whole lot. First off, I want to say I thought I was buying 100% linen. I do not think I bought 100% linen. I have noticed it doesn't wrinkle like 100% linen. It does wrinkle, but not like it should if it was 100% linen. I did a burn test, and I had little hard beads that was in part of it, and some was ash. So it is a blend. Another thing I noticed was it doesn't fray. Now, if you've ever worked with linen, linen will fray. I'm not 100% happy with my fabric choice. I loved it in the store, mainly because it had a ridge on it, it was the right weight, and there was a little hint of blue in it with the black. So my sleeve armhole edges have not been finished. I want a bias cut from the fabric itself to finish the armhole edges. That has to be done. And then the closure on the front, it wraps, and so you need to hold pieces in place with snaps, buttons, whatever combination. But anyway, here is the undershirt. Now this is the FaultLines pattern, same as I used for the jacket, but this, I did lengthen this 2 inches. The only hem that was easy to put in was this lower hem right here. I had trouble with the hems. Now, I don't think, again, it was the pattern as much as it was the fabric. Here's the back. I finally got this point where this releases to be a nice, smooth from transition. Same with the sides. I had to work at this. And the same with this one. I had to work to get that point in there to stay down, not pucker. Now, I wish that my hems had all been easy to work with. I worked 2 hours this morning getting this tape that I made out of the silk sewn on in place that had where these slits were. I needed that, and on the hems I needed that. So I worked on getting all that in, and I got one hem in, no problem, hand stitched down. But then the other 3, I worked 2 more hours after I got home this afternoon, and I thought I was just going to pull my hair out. It was nothing. I would steam and steam and steam, and it just would do this. Wavy, wavy, wavy. I was not happy. So what I finally ended up doing was I took a gathering thread, and I tried the technique where, you know, if you kind of pull it just a little bit, it would like sink down and relax right on top. Maybe it works better for curved hems, not, you know, these are straight. But I will tell you, one side still acts like it doesn't want to lie down. And the not 100% happy with my hem. Might try to work on that some more, but not right now. I'm tired. To give you some idea of what it looks like together, because it does look good. Having the dark top underneath makes it kind of disappear, and this is what you really want people to see is this jacket, because this fabric is just so pretty with all the colors and, you know, the stitching and the interesting design. I love the collar because it's something different. Never made anything like this before. I've never made a short jacket before. I'm excited about wearing this. I was hoping to get to wear it this weekend, but 8-degree weather does not sound conducive to a silk jacket and a sleeveless. So I will wait for my day to wear that. Also, I won't wear it in the rain that we're forecasted all next week. But there will come a time when it'll be sunny and it'll be about 50-something degrees outside, and I will wear it at that point. But I'm looking forward to being able to wear this. But that is pretty much it on this. Again, I want to tell you, I really feel like the problems that I've had is the fabric choice, not the pattern. I think if I was going to have pattern issues, I would have had it on the jacket as well. And I didn't have problems with the jacket. I did have problems me understanding some of the directions, but that's just, you know, you need to step back sometimes and think, what are they trying to tell me? And then suddenly it just clicks in your brain what they're trying to tell you. I would like to make the best out of boiled wool or something that's kind of has that look to it. I think that would be really cute. I'm thinking about making the jacket out of a light chambray denim now that I've made it. I think that would be really pretty in a chambray denim for summer. So this is going to be used again. I want to try it again, and I might, I've been reading, I can use a knit for that top. Now it can't be just a soft knit, it has to be a knit a stable knit. So ribbed sweater knits. Wool jersey can be used. So that's it for me. We're gonna get this video put together and get it out there to you, and hopefully you enjoy it. I'm hoping you learned something. Maybe you would like to try this pattern. Let me know if you do, and I'd like to hear from you and your takes on your success, on any issues you run into with it.
be cautious about what fabrics you pick. I will see you later. I'm planning on making a blouse next. And so that's what we up for next week. And I hope I have a finished garment for you. We'll see you then. Bye.